Welcome to a cozy knitting corner. My name is Nadia, and in here it's all about knitting. In this video I will catch you up on my latest whips because I have been super focusing on old whips throughout the last few months. Nice to see you in here. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. On Instagram, my name is Mette Hvidtved, and you can go and follow me there also. Please do so. I share there more recently than I do here. That's enough for an intro. Let's jump on into the knitting. I just checked the lighting on the intro video and it looks like it's fine. So I will continue. Am I in focus or should I go a little bit lower? Maybe this is better. I hope so. As you can see, I am now wearing my Ingrid scarf. It's a finished object. I showed you it as a work in progress last time. I was almost at the halfway point. Now it's done and I have a little bit left over, and I could have continued following the pattern as described, where you increase in the first half on every row and decrease on every row in the second half. But because I made a little math mistake, I turned when I had exactly half of the weight left. Oh. That was my dog. He wants to say hi. Hello, Carlo. Do you want to join the podcast? Yeah. So I was a little afraid to lose yarn. So in a few places I decreased 3 stitches together instead of 2 stitches together, just to win back some of the yarn, and it worked. So that's why it is a little bit shorter on one side than on the other side. But as you wear it, I don't think you can see it. Let me take it off and show you. Whoopsie. Now you need to go, Carlo. Yeah, now you need to go. Can you sit here next to me? Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. It is beautiful, and it knits so beautiful up. Here actually you can see the shortening. This is the one side and this is the other side. But when you use it, you don't see it. It is knit up in herringbone stitch, and it's a pattern by a Danish pattern designer called Mette Hvidtved. It is from her book Strik med et enkelt fed. I also talked about it last time. I know it is also in German, but I do not know if it is in English, and I have not checked. But yeah, a beautiful scarf ready for fall. It's a little warm to wear it now, so I will take it off. It's summer here in Denmark. Right now it's not hot because it's evening, but with the mohair and merino scarf it is a little bit hot, so I will take it off. And then I also last time showed you that I was finished with one pair of Scrappy Socks, and I was about to start the second sock of the Homer socks. And I am wearing the Homer socks. So let me put in a picture of it. But I have finished it. And I have not jumped on to the next, which is this one. The Great Gatsby socks. Yeah, just because I have knitted on other socks. But it will be my next October pair. Just not right now. Because Summerly has, I would like to say, a yearly sale. Is it around her birthday maybe? I don't know. But this year was a sale, and I remember when the sale was this year that I also purchased one of her patterns last year around the same time. And last year I purchased this pattern. It's a little hard to see because it's in a dark self-striving yarn, but it is the Comfort Core Socks. There's 3 versions in the pattern described. You buy it as a, you get all 3 patterns in that PDF, and it's a 2x2 rib, or is it? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a 2x2 rib sock all the way on the leg, heel, flap and gusset, and then on the foot there's a section of texture, a section of arch support, and a section of texture again, stuck in it on the foot. I chose this pattern last year because of this sports sock lookalike, so it would be a perfect fit, maybe or hopefully, for my husband. I knit him a lot of socks and he does not like them to slide off his feet or down his leg. So that is why the ribbed leg is perfect. You can see it's stretched out on the blocker and not stretched out here. And then you can also see the wonkiness of the textured pattern, the cinch in on the arch support, and again a little wonky on the textured pattern. I thought they looked a little small, but he has tried them on also during the knitting, but yesterday, and they fit him perfectly. So 1 pair of socks besides the Homer socks are done. Then I have also knitted a pair of Scrappy Socks. I will put in a picture. It's pure vanilla, no fuss about it, and just using scraps. I think 5 different scraps. Heel, rib heel and toe is in 3 different other colors. Yeah. Last time I was on here with a regular podcast, I talked about that I have just cast on for the Gnome knit along, Gneddy, the Beary Gnome knit along, and today actually I just finished it. I needed some weighted stuffing for filling up the bottom of the gnome. I bought some decoration stones in my local nursery, and Gneddy is done. I think Schira, which is this designer, calls it a she. It's a bear, and I followed the colors she did. Not exactly, but more or less. So a brown, a beige, and a white. The brown is some wool yarn, and the beige, grayish, and the white is sock yarn. I assume this one is close to fingering, but yeah, fingering weight. So yeah, a little gnome is ready. We can put her over here, I think. And because I finished her today, I thought about my other gnome, Professor Fungi. He was just hibernating in my basement, in my creator space down in the basement. Everything was knitted, and he had the nose and the beard and the arms attached, but he had not any feet or a little basket attached. He has now, and I do not remember when I cast this one on, but I remember it was again the knit along, and he just got finished. And I think actually he has no weighted stuffing in the bottom, so he is a little loose on his feet, you might say. I think they are a cute little couple, so I can put them there. Yeah. It has been a few months with hyper focus on old whips, and one of my other old whips is this bad boy here. It's the first cardigan by Lizzie Hester. In Instagram, her handle is hive_knits. And I completed the knit. Everything is done except for 4 buttons. We have 4 buttonholes in the double knitted button band sitting right here. 1 and the last one and 2 in between. But yeah, I finally completed this knit and I'm happy to tell you that it is not ended out too big. I stopped knitting on the sleeves according to the pattern. She mentions how many of the V's you should have. And then I put the sleeves on wire. And then I picked up for the button band because it was a little big actually when I tried it on. And I could not decide if the sleeves were perfect or too long or too short. So yeah, I knit the double knit button band. I have never tried to do that before. I started with a swatch, blocked it and placed it next to my blocked cardigan. It has been blocked before putting on or knitting on the button band, and it looked like it fit perfectly. I do not remember the gauge of this project, but I do remember that I was supposed to knit a size 6, and I think I was a little off gauge because I chose to knit a size 5 instead. So that is what I did. It is a stockinette cardigan, 4 buttons, double knit button band, and then they have this big balloony half fisherman's rib sleeves, and I love them. Can you see them? I just love them. I would try to put in some pictures or some video of me wearing it. It's a little hard here in my sofa, but yeah, I like this cardigan and I'm so pleased with the size. I'm so happy that this did not end out too big. If you have seen my previous video, I made a video of all my knitting failures. I have actually not completed very many knitted garments with success. Hello. So I am so happy for this one, and it is a success. I have knitted it in one strand of Filcolana's Avetta Classic and one strand of Filcolana's Tilia, their silk mohair and their sock yarn, held together, both in the color light truffle. Yeah, I think that was all that I would like to share with you regarding finished objects. So let's move on to whips, and in the meantime, let me take this cardigan off. I am hoping we are not losing light here because I have a few whips to show you. We can start with the socks on my needles. Yesterday I completed sock number 1 in a Scrappy Sock in a blue and green color. Again, different scraps. The same scrap all the way down as main color, and then heel, toe and cuff is in the same color this time. And the heel and the cuff and the toes are in a hand-dyed yarn from a hand dyer in Denmark called Hvidtved. Her hand dyeing is plant-based and it's so pretty. The base color, the main color, is a drops yarn. It is a drops fable, and the color is I think it's 918 drops fable. It's a self-striping yarn, but in the same color tone, so not stripy, but still stripy. And right after I finished sock number 1, I immediately cast on for sock number 2. And I have the cuff and I think 1 or 2 rounds of the leg. But I put this aside because I am so keen on knitting on something else. Now that my cardigan is finished, and believe me, it has been on my needles for ages, and I do not know why it took me so long. There is nothing wrong with the pattern. Lizzie has written a beautiful pattern, and there is nothing to be in doubt of. She is holding your hand. There's lots of tutorial videos and also lots of description. It's a 38 maybe page pattern. So that was the first time I have seen so many pages in one pattern. But yeah, perfect pattern. Not the pattern's fault that I was slow knitting on the cardigan. I think it's just because I am a process knitter and I have so many whips going at the same time, and socks are just my go-to project. Back to why I have put my socks aside and chose another project, and this is really new to me, choosing a garment project over socks, but I did because the cardigan is finished and I had this other old whip on my needles and I wanted it to be finished. So I have picked up this sweater. I do not know how much of it you can see, but it is a Icelandic pattern called Öræfi, and I think I cast it on in 2021 or 2022 as a part of a knit along, and I knitted all of the boring body and maybe a quarter of a sleeve, and then the knit along stopped, it ended, and my passion about the project, motivation gone. But now I have picked it up again and I have knitted both sleeves, and I am chucking along, is it called that, on the yoke. I do not know if it's called a yoke. It's knitted bottom up, and that is why you knit the body and the sleeves separately, and then you attach the sleeves and then you join a knit in the round. It's a beautiful, beautiful colorwork pattern. I am knitting this in Eastek yarn, Let Lopi. I cannot remember the color names, but I can show you the color of one of them at least. It is, I think this is a chocolate brown. Let Lopi Eastek yarn, chocolate brown, I think. Here is the color code. And this one I am holding together, or the color work I am doing in this pale green, and I just think that they are beautiful together. Maybe I can find a label for the pale green. Hold on a minute. Yes, I have one here that is not the same as the brown. So this is the color code for the pale green. I think I am about 20 rounds. I think I have about 20 rounds left to do on the yoke. 2 decrease rounds within these 20 rounds. And then there is going to be just this big chimney neck. Do you call that it? That I can put in a picture of the original pattern. And it might be 30 rounds, so maybe I have 50 rounds left in total with color work, a little ribbing, and then it's done. I tried it on today. It was a little saggy on me because it's just under my shoulders now, but I can put in a picture because I was worried that this was ending out too small in size. Looking at it, I think it looked a little small, but when I tried it on, it was not the case. I am very thrilled about that too, because that means that this could end out being my second whip this year, or finished object this year. that actually fits me, and I'm very happy about that. So after this cardigan, I will start the Daily Stripes cardigan by Kutuvakika, but for now I have a shawl knitting also. We have been on a 2-week vacation in Italy and in south of France. And in Italy, I bought this project bag. I don't think it's designed to be a project bag, but I think the size is perfect to be a project bag. This is a Danish pattern only called a Camiscarf. It's by the Danish designer Camillas Strikkerier. And I have knitted 1 50-gram ball of yarn. Exactly. That means that I am halfway there, and now I will show you the half because it's on a little short needle. But this is how it is looking, half of it. You do a lot of German short rows. I have done one of the sections, I will do another. Most of the shawl is in garter stitch, but there's also a few rows of stockinette. And then you have this faux, what is the word? Cable. You have this faux cable, or actually maybe it is a real cable. You have this cable in the middle, and yeah. I use Sandnes yarn, Alpaca silk. I do not have the label here, but yeah, it's a fingering weight yarn, and it is in this beautiful dark blue color. If you're interested in knowing the color, seeing the yarn, please comment below and I will find the color code for you. But yeah, I have not knitted on this since maybe a week because I need to change attach the new ball of yarn, and then other things happen. So I would like to finish this soon, and then I have 2 scarves ready to go when it's autumn or fall. I have also cast on a new project. It's okay, I have finished a lot of old whips, so it's okay to cast on a new project. And it is not for me, it's going to be a gift. And right now I have the completed leg in 2x2 ribbing in I think it's a DK weight Viking garn sock wool, bought in Sweden earlier this spring. It's going to be a Sunday sock by Petite Knit. And in trade for this sock, I will get a beautiful handmade bread basket. It's for my husband's cousin. So yeah, with this last whip, which is a new cast on, I will end this podcast. Wishing you a nice summer or winter or whatever season you are in, wherever you are watching from. It could be funny if you wrote a comment telling me where you are watching from. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little update on my knitting projects. I sure did, knitting all of them, and hopefully I'll be back soon telling you about some more knitting projects. Until next time, happy knitting. Bye.